We've all been there. That looming deadline, the one that seems to creep up on us no matter how much we plan or prepare. It's like a shadow that grows larger and more intimidating as the days pass. The blinking cursor on a blank page. It's almost mocking us, daring us to make the first move. The longer we stare, the harder it becomes to start, the pile of laundry silently judging our life choices. Each piece of clothing a reminder of tasks left undone, responsibilities ignored. Procrastination, my friends, is a universal language. It's something we all understand, regardless of where we come from or what we do. It transcends borders, languages, and even age groups. From students to professionals, everyone has their own unique way of putting things off. It's the art of delaying tasks, no matter how important, until the very last minute, or sometimes even later. We convince ourselves that we work better under pressure, but do we really? Remember that time you swore you'd start your taxes early, only to find yourself drowning in receipts at the 11th hour? Yeah, me too. It's a classic example of how we let procrastination get the best of us. We laugh, but the truth is, procrastination isn't just about laziness. It's not simply a matter of not wanting to do something. It's a complex interplay of habits, emotions, and even a dash of self-sabotage. Sometimes it's fear of failure. Other times it's perfectionism, where we delay starting because we want everything to be just right. But fear not, fellow procrastinators. There is hope. We can learn to understand and manage our procrastination. Understanding the why behind our procrastination is the first step to conquering it. By identifying the root causes, we can begin to address them. Just like we can train ourselves to reach for that extra cookie, guilty, we can rewire our brains to embrace productivity. It takes time and effort, but it's possible. Let's dive into the fascinating world of procrastination and uncover the tools to break free from its clutches. Together, we can learn to overcome this common challenge and become more productive, one step at a time. To truly understand procrastination, we need to delve into the intricate process of how habits are formed in our brains. Enter the habit loop, a 3-step process that includes a cue, a routine, and a reward. This loop is fundamental to how we develop both positive and negative habits. Imagine your cue is a challenging work task that you need to complete. This task triggers a specific response in your brain. The routine that follows? You instantly feel overwhelmed by the magnitude of the task and, almost reflexively, you open social media for a quick break, seeking a distraction. The reward you receive is a hit of dopamine from those likes and comments on your posts, which temporarily relieves your stress and makes you feel good. The problem with this pattern is that it creates a vicious cycle, reinforcing the habit of procrastination each time you repeat it. Over time, your brain learns to associate difficult tasks with avoidance behaviors, making it increasingly challenging to get started on these tasks in the future. This deepens the procrastination habit, making it a tough cycle to break. Often, procrastination isn't about laziness but fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. Imagine you're tasked with writing a presentation. You're anxious about public speaking and terrified of your ideas falling flat. Procrastination becomes a defense mechanism, a way to avoid confronting those fears. But here's the kicker. Delaying the task only amplifies those fears. The pressure builds, the inner critic gets louder, and the cycle perpetuates. Our brains are wired to seek instant gratification. We prioritize tasks that offer immediate rewards over those with long-term benefits. Think about it. It's far more tempting to binge-watch your favorite show than to chip away at that long-term project. The show offers instant pleasure while the project requires sustained effort with a delayed payoff. Procrastination thrives in this gap between immediate desires and long-term goals. Section 5. Time management or task management. We often blame procrastination on poor time management, but the real culprit might actually be poor task management. When we face a daunting task, our instinct is to lump it into one big, scary chunk. This creates overwhelm, leading to avoidance. Instead of saying, I need to write a report, break it down. I'll research for an hour, then outline for 30 minutes. Smaller, manageable tasks feel less intimidating, making it easier to get started. Section 6. The 2-minute rule. A gateway to productivity. One of the biggest hurdles to overcoming procrastination is simply getting started. This is where the 2-minute rule comes in. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. Answer that email. File that document. These small wins create momentum, making it easier to tackle bigger tasks later. Remember, starting is often the hardest part. Once you're in motion, it's easier to stay in motion. Section 7. Breaking down the mountain chunking for success. Remember the concept of task management? Chunking takes it a step further. Break down large tasks into smaller, more manageable chunks. Instead of cleaning the entire house, start with one room. Instead of writing a 20-page report, aim for 5 pages per day. Chunking makes the task less daunting and allows you to celebrate small victories along the way, boosting motivation and reducing the urge to procrastinate. Section 8. Celebrate small wins, fuel big changes. Our brains love rewards. When we celebrate small wins, we reinforce the positive behavior of productivity. Finished a chapter? Take a break and enjoy your favorite tea. Completed a challenging task? Treat yourself to a movie night. By associating productivity with positive reinforcement, we're rewiring our brains to embrace rather than avoid challenging tasks. Section 9. The journey to productivity, one step at a time. In this chapter, we will explore how to tackle procrastination and build a more productive life, one small step at a time. Overcoming procrastination isn't about becoming a productivity robot. It's not about working tirelessly without breaks or turning into a machine that churns out tasks non-stop. It's about understanding the triggers that cause us to delay our tasks, rewiring our habits to foster better productivity, and developing personalized strategies that work for us. Each of us has unique challenges and strengths, and recognizing them is the first step. It's a journey, not a race. There will be setbacks. Just like a runner faces hurdles on the track, we too will encounter obstacles. These setbacks are part of the process and offer valuable lessons. There will be days when the couch seems far more appealing than the to-do list. And that's okay. It's important to acknowledge these moments without guilt and understand that they are natural. The key is to approach the process with self-compassion and a willingness to learn. Practicing mindfulness through activities like yoga or journaling can help us stay grounded and focused. Embrace the strategies that resonate with you, experiment, and adapt as needed. Just like finding the right puzzle piece, it may take time to discover what works best for you. Remember, even small changes, when implemented consistently, can lead to remarkable results. Just as a plant grows slowly but steadily, our efforts will bear fruit over time. So let's start small, celebrate the wins, and embark on this journey to conquer procrastination, one task at a time. Each small victory is a step towards a more productive and fulfilling life. Let's take this journey together, one step at a time.